Hello there friends, I am Nikki and welcome back to my channel. I upload at least 3 days per week, sometimes more, and the days can vary, so subscribe. See the little button right there? Just click that, join the party, then you will get notified and not miss any uploads. If you have already subscribed, thank you so much. I greatly do appreciate it. So are you guys in a wild mood today? I sure hope you are, because today I'm going to be creating this eyeshadow look for you using the Wild Obsessions Jaguar palette from Huda Beauty. Really excited about this one. I hope you guys are too. So if you would like to see me create this look, then please keep on watching. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and try out this palette, create a look with it, and I will tell you my final thoughts on it at the very end. And as I just mentioned in the intro, we're talking about the Jaguar palette from Huda Beauty's Wild Obsessions collection. And just so you know, there are a total of 4 different palettes within this collection, consisting of the Jaguar, the Tiger, the Chameleon, and the Python. And you can purchase them from Sephora. However, if you want the Tiger palette, you do have to go directly to Huda Beauty's website for that one. Don't really know exactly why they have it set up that way, they just do. And they each retail for $29 a piece, which is why I only picked up one right now, because I did want to get them all and eventually I will, but I just had to, you know, pick one first, and this was the one that was calling my name. So let me show you why. Look at these beautiful shades. Oh my gosh, this color story is so beautiful. So there are a total of 9 different shades in this palette. You have got some mattes as well as some shimmers. And I am very impressed with Huda Beauty's quality. I have tried a few of their palettes in the past. I really do like them a lot. So I have high hopes for this one. So if you're ready, I know I certainly am. Let's go ahead and get started. And I did already prime my eyes using P. Louise. It is the only base I use. I know there's so many other ones out there right now, but I feel when you found the Holy Grail already, there is no need to search any further. So let me just touch it up a little bit here due to the creasing in my eyes. It sucks having hooded eyes. It really does. All right, so beautiful shades in here to choose from, and I think I have got it down what I'm going to use. So there are no names for these shades, but I am going to dip first into this one right up here on the top middle, and I'm going to be using a Rephr 15 brush for this one, in case you're wondering. Dip into that, and I want to make sure that I don't go out of focus for you guys. It happened the last time, and I do apologize. It's because I got my mirror too close to the camera. All right, so I'm just gonna put that along here in the crease, and ooh, that is a really pretty shade. I kind of expected it to be though. Huda Beauty does make some beautiful shades. I'm just going to keep putting that in my crease and blending that. I'm going to blend it up a little bit. Stick it in there. I don't see any patchiness or anything like that. I didn't think I would, but just letting you know. You can see how nicely this is blending out too. That is really good. Really, really pretty. I'm just going to take a little bit more just to get that color to really show. Just keep blending that in. Just like that. There we go. So I'm going to just kind of go with my usual shape. It's kind of my go-to style. And I'm just gonna do one eye first, and then I will go off camera and do the other one. So we're gonna keep moving on then with that. And let me just color switch this first. All right, so next up, I wanna go into this one right here. It's this darker brownish shade. And I'm gonna take my X Aerial Collection brush from Morphe and dip into that. And I'm just gonna kind of put that on the outer corner and into the crease. Just to deepen that up, give it some more depth there. Oh yeah. It's blending like a dream come true. I'm loving that. I love it when you can just apply a shadow so easily. You know, have very little effort to go into it. And that is exactly what these are doing. Very easy to blend. Very, very easy to blend. All right, so let me just touch up a little bit here. All right, so next I am going to dip into this black shade down here on the bottom. And blacks I know can be very scary to work with because they can be a little too dark. Sometimes they have a little bit more fallout. And speaking of fallout, I haven't really noticed any so far with those two shades. But I am going to try it. I'm going to take my Rephr 14 brush and dip into that just ever so slightly. I don't want to get too much. And I'm just going to put that right in that V shape in the outer corner. Just to deepen that up a little bit more. Get that on the outer part of the lid. Into the crease there. You can see how nicely that is deepening it up. So if you want to create a smoky eye with this palette, you can definitely do that. That is awesome. So as you see, I just did it very lightly. I didn't want to make it too dark. Just enough to be noticed, and it was accomplished. So really happy with that. This is an easy black to work with. Let me go ahead and touch that up again right here, because I do tend to get it to go underneath a little too far. All right, so now let's move on to some shimmers. So what I think I want to use first for the shimmers is this one right here. I do have the palette upside down if you didn't notice, so it is in the upper left-hand corner. And it's kind of like a charcoaly silver in a way. It's a good kind of way to describe it, I guess. I don't really know how else to describe it, because it does have a little bit of that charcoal undertone to it. But that looks so beautiful. So I'm gonna put that right here on the outer part of my lid. Wow. And I'm obviously trying with the brush first. By the way, this is the ColourPop E25 brush. I always try to use shimmers first with a brush, just to see if they work. And so far, so good. It's actually going on nicely. That is such a beautiful shade. Well, actually all of these are really beautiful, but I'm definitely liking that one. All right, so I'm just gonna color switch because I'm gonna use the same brush. And next I am going to go into this one right down here in this corner. It's kind of more of a purpley color. I'm gonna take some of that and apply that to the middle of my lid. Oh, yeah, definitely also working with a brush. I mean, I'm sure if I use my finger, it'd be a little bit better, but it's doing just fine this way. I'm not complaining. Here we go. So that is also very, very gorgeous. All right, so we've got another shade to use on this lid. Alright, so next I want to go with this shade right here, smack dab in the middle, this very lighter purple. It's kind of more like a lilac-y color. And I'm just going to take that on my Luna Magic brush here. This one's not picking up quite as easily on a brush, so this one I think I might need to use my fingers for. Oh, maybe not. It was looking a little different on the brush, but it definitely picked up. And that one is gorgeous. I'm loving how these shimmers are really showing up. They're blending nicely together. Loving that. A little bit more. There we go. All right. So now I'm going to go and do my inner corner, and I'm going to be using my Jaclyn Hill JH39 brush. It's perfect for doing inner corners. In fact, I think that's actually what this is called, the corner brush. But what I'm going to do is, oops, I'm going to do that upside down again. Dip into this one right here on this corner. It's more of a golden shade. Dip into that. And I'm just going to place that right here in the inner corner. Stunning. That is stunning. A little more. Right there. And now I'll move on to the lower lash line, and I'm going to dip back into this shade right here that I used second one I used, and I'm going to use my Morphe M506 brush for that, and just put that along the lower lash line here, just to kind of give it a smoky type of look. I'm going to bring that all the way over and blend that out. I want to bring that up into here, that outer corner, so they kind of connect. And there we have it. So one eye is done. Let me go off camera, do the other eye and everything else. And then I will be back to actually give you my final thoughts, and you can see what the final look is gonna look like. So, be right back. All right, everybody, both eyes are done. The look is all complete. What I used to complete the look now is, first off, I used a cream gel liner from ColourPop, and I used the shade Purdy. And I did also use this brown mascara from Mary Kay. It's the first time I've ever used any makeup product from Mary Kay. A friend of mine gave me this for free, and it's just the ultimate mascara. And I did not line my lips, but I just used this lipstick from L'Oreal Paris. It's in the shade number 975, which is Lilac Impulse. And for me, it look just wouldn't be complete without a wig, so today I am wearing Desiree, and she is from Bobbi Boss. So, this palette, oh my gosh. Let me first start off by saying that I am now more than ever really wanting to try the other palettes from this collection. Maybe not all of them, but then again, maybe I will. But I would love to know from you guys if you would like to see me create looks with those. I may just go ahead and do it anyway, but I want to ask you guys for your opinion. So let me show you this color story once again, because I did say it is very beautiful. That opinion has not changed. But she does remind me a little bit of the She's in Parties palette from Milk Cosmetics. And let me show you why I feel that way. The color story is a little similar. Now, the She's in Parties palette doesn't have black, but it does have this very deep burgundy color instead. And I just kind of think that they are very similar color stories, and they're also very similar in quality. And I did say I had high expectations for this palette, and they did not let me down. Very, very good quality. I loved how nicely the shades blended. They were not patchy. There was very little kickback in the pan, if any at all, for most of them, and I did experience just a little bit of fallout, but nothing major. It did actually clean up very easily, so it's a palette that's actually pretty easy to work with. And I actually do think that this is a good one to reach for evening wear types of looks, because again, you can make that beautiful smoky eye. So if you're going out for date night or cocktail party, something along those lines, this is a good one to go with. Not that you can't make some daytime looks with this, you certainly can. For example, I didn't use this shade right here. It's very neutral, could even just be used as a transition shade too. And you don't always have to go with the darker shades. Like this gold one that I use in the inner corner would look very beautiful on the lid for a softer look. So you can, of course, use it for either. I just think it's a great nighttime palette, that's all. I love it. I really, really do love this palette, and I know it's a little bit more expensive for a 9-pan palette, but it's definitely worth it in my opinion. So I am going to give the 2 thumbs up for this one and recommend that you go get it as well. Don't forget to tell me your thoughts down below, and that's really all I got for today on it. I, of course, appreciate you watching every single time. I always say that because I do mean it. And don't forget to click that subscribe button, hit the like button. That would help me out a lot too. And I will catch you in my next video. So, till then, bye-bye.